Welcome back to Crazy Bill's Garage, and sometimes now computers. I got us a Dell here. This one came in a few weeks ago, and we're going to take a look at the inside of it. I haven't taken it apart yet. There is what this one is. So it's got the Windows XP Home Edition, I see. And yeah, we're going to take a look at this. Looks like it's seen better days, but thing is, I did find a plug-in for this, and it actually does work. But I don't know. I don't have a screen to test this on. So that is the fan going. But I don't know really if anything else is working on this one. Here is the back side of it here. Yeah. But that is quite amazing. This one does work. It is a little dirty in there. Can't wait to get into this one and see how these came out. So I'm going to shut her down. There we go. Yes. Dell. Good old Dell. So, let me get the cover off and we'll go from there. So, I'll try to get the cover off. This thing was not very tight. A little clickety here. Ah. Okay, I'm going to need some persuasion, I think. Well, hopefully, we can find dates on this one as we go. Well, that came out pretty easy. And we can figure out what year this one came from. Yeah. Look at in there. Whew. Yeah, I would say she is a little dirty. A little bit. But not too bad, really. Well, let me get her situated here where I can take a better look at all of this cool stuff we're about ready to see. So I see some of this stuff is made in China. Oh, made in China. Lots of made in China here. Oh, that's fine. Maybe everything in this computer is made in China. Oh, well, I guess they have to make stuff too. I guess these ones that weren't being used were being plugged up so they weren't going to touch anything. That's pretty nice. We're going to check out and see down here what this card is. So, got a screwdriver here, and we're going to take her out and see how it is. These are Phillips. Are they usually Phillips? I'm not sure. So, since I have numerous amounts of these desktop computers coming in, and I got a bunch of laptops coming in, I was figuring I would be taking that stuff apart for us to take a look at. In the sense I don't generally do vehicle work in my cold province that I'm in during the winter time. That's just for summertime for me. I'm old and I don't like to get cold. That even rhymes, so that's not bad, eh? So let's get that one out of there. Okay, now, you know what, I'm going to put gloves on. Well, I got one rubber glove left here at work, so I'll use that one. Let's see if I can move this around here so I can get this. I think I'm supposed to pull this. Somebody suggested I try to pull them straight out. And what do we got here? And yes, we are made in China. And take a look at this side of her. What do you see? What is this? This is interesting. Give me a second to look at it to find out what it is. So, by looking at it, this is what you plug the Ethernet cable into. And yeah, interesting piece of machinery here. Got a chip on it. I just bent. Oh, stop bending things. You don't want to break it too much, do you? There we go. Take a look at that. Pretty neat stuff. I'm trying not to break anything when I take this stuff apart, just in case somebody can use this stuff. You know, I really don't like to break stuff. I gotta get that brushed off a little here. And we'll get a good look at this. Made in China. And, oh, what's this? Is this an Ethernet cable? What's this one? Oh, this one? Oh, sorry. This was not an Ethernet. This is telephone. You can plug telephone into this thing, as you can see by the telephone signs on there. Okay, this is the Ethernet, or as we call it in my family, the thing that makes you get cool stuff from the web. That's not what we call it. This chip is made in Taiwan, but I'm pretty sure this is the Ethernet cable. So yeah, let's move this back a little. There, that might help a little. Huh, neat. Don't know if any of this stuff is any good. You know, I have no clue. I just like taking things apart. That's my thing. That one, and this one. This is the RAM, right? The RAM. Ooh, this looks like we're gonna have some RAM on this. What do you see? Can you read that? I don't know if you can. That's a little blurry. Void if removed. Assembly in USA. So Samsung. So it is Samsung. These are from Korea. How much RAM is this? I really don't know. I don't know at all. I know it's RAM. That's all I know. I don't know a lot about computers. I just like taking things apart and seeing all the cool stuff inside. This looks like a pretty basic computer here. I don't think it'll be too much special, but you never know. Maybe somebody will know Intel inside there, but I'm not sure. Okay, we'll put that aside. Okay, how do we get... Let me figure out how to get that thing off. And we'll get under there to see what kind of chip this thing has. So the whole fan assembly and the shroud here pulled away. Ooh, she's kind of nasty. This is probably not a high flow fan. Probably did its job of keeping... is that a GPU? GPU? CPU? GPU? Oh, I gotta learn my phrases in this. But yes, keeping it cool enough because I probably didn't do a whole lot of heavy duty work. Probably not, eh? Nope. Now I gotta figure out how to get that out without breaking it. Well, I did get the clips off. That was more exciting than I could have. Yeah, kind of was easy. They're just nice hook clips. So it wasn't really that hard. So I'll just take off the heat sink here. That is a heavy heat sink. Holy smokes. That is a chunk of aluminum. I'm going to hold on to that. I like it. You can see where the chip was on here for the longest time. And, I don't understand this heat sink on here. Or, I guess it did have some sort of fluid on it at one time, but I don't know. Oh yeah, I guess it's underneath here. And this is kind of like a cover for, whatever, for the chip. Let's just get it out and see if I can do that without wrecking something. I think I can. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's not bend any of the pins. And let me take a look and see what type this is. So if you can see what that says, it says Intel 01 Pentium. Yeah, Pentium. And there's an 1.8 amp GHz 512 400 1.5 V SL66Q MALAY. And then there's a number of Q2. Maybe you can see that. If I hold it just at the right angle, you can see all of that. Or not. Probably not. Camera is not as sharp. I changed some settings trying to fix my camera, and I might have made it worse. But there we go. We got an Intel. And there's the backside. So, interesting. Nothing probably special here at all, is there? I would say no. There's probably nothing special. And which way did this go? I think it went like this way. There we go. Lever popped in there. Yeah, she's in. I don't know much more to do with this. It's pretty self-explanatory. Everything here seems to be made in China. So, yeah. But I'll hold on to some of these parts. And I'll probably check this back out in the recycling area for this. Not sure what that is doing. Oh well. I know nothing about computers. Too much. Well, nothing is. I don't know a lot of the special things about computers. How this is all works together and anything like that. I just like to take things apart, take a look at it, and show people what these older computers consisted of in the days of, was this 2001 maybe, since that chip is an 01, I think. Or it's not a chip, it's a CPU. CPU. Yeah, I think it's a CPU. But there we go. Hope you enjoyed. And I enjoyed taking it apart. And I'm trying to learn more again. Once I was doing this before and I was learning stuff, but then I had other videos to do and I kind of left the computer side. And of course I forgot all that. So this is the way it is. You know, that's power up here, of course. And, oh yeah. Nothing too special. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.